I'm not gonna start if I don't know you're recording.
Fucking dorks.
You've kind of been just like intuitively starting before. So anyway, yes, I am recording.
Alright. Akifi. A little over 2 weeks ago, Lord Adelheid received an unusual request from Garnet Marilinus, the president of the Marilinus Mercantile Shipping Guild. The woman warning that the situation in Grisaia... I can't fucking pronounce these names.
It's what the fuck? I forget the name of the. It's Grisaia, I think.
Grisaia, that's right.
Sea shanty.
Anyway, the Grisaia was not what it appeared to be, with Omifrey Hornraven's open declaration of war, stating their intent to retake Kibohana and then bring the fight to the Emperor proper. Murmurs of what to do have arisen in many places regarding what to do should they fail, as well as what they should do if they could win. You being close to Lord Adelheid as one of his primary retainers, you are privileged to certain degrees of confidential information that would be branded as nothing short of treason should the Empire get wind of these talks. However, it is precisely because you know that this is more than a simple rebellion that Adelheid is taking the developing situation in Grisaia. Grisaia very seriously, as it could disrupt a number of plans regarding moves yet to be made against the Red Dragon Empire. Because the last thing those preparing to make a stand against the Red Dragon need is for the Empire to be snooping around in South GCZ. Because while nobody has explicitly stated it yet, you like to think yourself smart enough to be able to put two and two together, which is that South GCZ is to be where the war against the Empire truly begins. So when Garnet Marilinus warned that the situation in Grisaia not only could, but very much will attract some very unwanted attention to South GCZ if not addressed soon, Adelheid took this warning very seriously. Responding to this threat, or this threat to developing plans, by sending a number of his retainers and a small handful of soldiers, where his retainers would act under the guise of opportunistic mercenaries. Meanwhile, the small number of soldiers would act as freelance guards for the town until the issue in the mines was resolved. With you and the others from Silverleaf Castle having arrived in Grisaia earlier this morning, it wasn't more than a few hours later that the ominous warning of the president of the shipping guild came to fruition in the form of a monster attack on the southeastern side of town. Thankfully, you and your companions were able to quell the attack before it could cause too much damage or casualties, which was in part thanks to some powerful individuals that just happened to be in the area at the same time. With you being no stranger to confronting dragons, you quickly found a degree of mutation found on the wormlings and young dragon that you encountered in the bar to be very concerning, quickly calling out that the mutated strand of dragons needed to be exterminated, and to not let any escape. Which you all managed to do, though not before the presumably adult dragon made its escape before you arrived. After assessing the aftermath of the monster attack, you found their behavior to also be unusual. For there to be so many wormlings as well as a young dragon suggested that these sapphire dragons had a more structured social dynamic in comparison to their non-mutated kin, suggesting that what lay at the end of the tunnel in the bar is no mere lair, but a nest, perhaps even a few nests. You found the idea of multiple adults or elder sapphire dragons forming an actual community to be alarming, though this was precisely what the evidence had suggested. Which meant immediate action needed to be taken before any other dragons decided it was time to leave the community and start to seek a new one elsewhere. Seek to start a new one elsewhere.
Sonic Dragons.
So, with written statements from a priest that is of notable favor to the seamstress, as well as being a higher rank in the King's Blades of Humang, the head of the Magitech Engineering of the Maryland's Mercantile Shipping Guild, an eye agent of Dimdoria, and to top it all off, Lady Tosi's highest station. The head priest at the church that you had went to was somewhat dubious of your initial claim and its degree of importance, and that it was somehow worthy of garnering the Storm Queen's attention. Though, upon seeing the degree of credibility behind your words, he very quickly changed his tune, especially the fact that Julia Avertine reaffirmed the truth of these statements. You were then ushered to the private prayer altar in the church that is usually reserved for divine champions, highest stations, and other heads of church that wish to contact a god that is not their own. Now, let me get the map.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean you have like business with the Storm Queen? Drops like a fucking toilet paper roll worth of like signatures from people of like high stations. It's like, oh.
Okay, notice the one on the bottom's the highest
Oh,
station.
that's your purpose.
Okay. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's saying, oh yeah, by everything these other guys said, yeah, that's true. Stamps. Suffice to say, he quickly changed his tune, like, oh fuck, this is important.
Yeah, this really is important. That's funny.
Do I seem like the type that would make such claims without having verified? But anyways, here, have extra sources that can't really lie on this matter.
Suffice to say, you've ample proof.
Alright. Go to the Halls of Thunder tab in Maps.
I went to the fucking Kiss song Thunderstruck with this.
Thunder! Thunder!
Alright.
And now I imagine fucking Doriana now just appearing with Thunderstruck in the background.
Good song though.
I hate it. Sorry.
Alright. In the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within the room, you find the altar with dozens of candles around it, along with several yellow candles atop the altar itself. The head priest then moves forward to the altar and begins the ritual to call down the Storm Queen. Upon the completion of the ritual to call forth the goddess, the head priest very quickly stands aside. Whoop.
Come on, I wonder why the urgency.
Surely there's no reason for that.
Leading you to feel a sense of nervous excitement, as you had never personally met the Storm Queen. When the blade she bestowed upon you as a reward for your service was given to you, she spoke words of gratitude to you, but she herself was not physically manifest at the time, as she did not need to be. This time, however, would be different. And as you think that, a crash of thunder rings out.
I had to send that GIF, by the way.
Dark storm clouds quickly begin to billow across the ceiling of the space, as several bolts of lightning violently streak through them, dancing about the shifting sky above you. Each accompanied by a boom of roaring thunder, a spectacle of godly power heralding the arrival of the goddess, as a large orb of white light drifts down from the clouds before beginning to take shape before the altar. And at the same time, an incredible force begins to bear down on you. And going with your sanity save you made earlier, the sudden force is unfathomably immense. And you find that you are immediately dropped to your knees, taken aback at the incredible power that is the Storm Queen's will manifesting. You had heard stories about this and read just as many, but nothing could have prepared you for this, as the being within the presence of a god's will made manifest for the first time is an experience that is difficult to describe in mortal words, as to simply call this a crushing force does not do it any justice. You grit your teeth and try with all your might to raise to your feet, managing to finally get a leg up, as you push against what feels like the weight of a mountain bearing down on you. However, such a force is nothing compared to the many trials that you have faced to make it to where you are today. You then take both your hands and push off against the floor and begin to very slowly rise to your feet, with the sensation beginning to pass as you find yourself upright to meet with Doriano, who stands with a somewhat impressed look on her face. Oh, and let me send you guys the things.
Yeah.
It never gets old, I swear.
Is that in your thing?
Okay. Ready? Thank you. See here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Also, maybe put her on the map.
I'm doing too many things at once.
Yeah. I'll wait until you place her there.
Here's the thing, so you know where they are.
I got your link.
No, I was sending this to fucking Yami.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Damn it. Mouse thing worked.
What was that noise?
Waiting for tokens to populate because there's so fucking many.
Yep. You might want to separate them into two tabs with like one for gods and one for NPCs.
Well, the gods are usually in
There
the
you go.
same. Yeah, the gods are usually in the same spot.
Well, like I said, it's not a matter of
Oh, you're
finding
loading.
them, it's a
You're
matter
loading.
of loading.
Yeah, gotcha. Alrighty.
Well, anyway, is
So the-
Emmy,
yep.
so...
So the Yarna girl addresses you. Most impressive, half-elf of prodigious martial prowess. I see that your moniker of the Storm is certainly not without merit, as few have the mettle to withstand my will made manifest. Yet you have done exactly that. Well done.
She then crosses her arms as she dons a stern expression.
With that said, to what end is it that you felt the need to pull my attention from matters of critical importance?
Bring a hand to your chest in a firm salute as you speak.
I bring a report pertaining to an event of considerable concern. One that threatens to not only draw the attention of the Red Dragon Empire to self-GGG, but would have lasting consequences that go beyond the war effort.
Doriano raises a curious eyebrow at her.
I am admittedly surprised that you are aware of the degree of importance that the gaze of the dragon stays away from South Dishishi. I suppose this is a testament to the trust that has been placed in you by your mortal peers and superiors.
After a few moments, the goddess gives a nod.
Very well. Deliver your report.
Well, I could do so myself. I feel that delivering it would only be a waste of your valuable time, especially when others have added grand statements which highlight the incident in far greater detail than I could in my own words.
You then hold out the written report.
For the sake of expediency, I ask you read this, Madam Storm Queen.
The
Doriano nods.
Yeah, sorry. Force of habit.
Doriano nods as the paper drifts from your hands to meet the goddess, who then spends a few minutes reading over the report before eventually grinning.
I admittedly had my doubts with the seamstress' decision that she would entrust such a critical task to a mortal man with so very little in terms of accomplishments in the eyes of we godly beings. Though I clearly stand corrected, and now see why Lady Sai has chosen him, for he is far more capable than expected. Though, let us see just how capable he truly is.
The Storm Queen then turns her attention to the head priest.
Run well, Cloudwhirl.
The halfling man quickly snaps to attention. Yes, Madam Storm Queen.
See to it that a team of your most trusted paladins and clerics stand ready to leave at a moment's notice, as deploying more than that would potentially raise suspicion. For this is a critical matter that requires an equal measure of force and discretion. They are to then make their move when Luan Tuhan has confirmed that Dishishi has dismissed this incident as nothing more than a mere distraction, upon which time they are to follow his instructions precisely as he sees fit. For it is clear that Luan Tuhan has taken charge of the situation with a clear plan on how to proceed.
She then gestures a hand to the door.
Now see to it. Now see that it is done post-haste.
Onwell gives a crisp nod before hurriedly making his exit from the prayer altar chamber. Before Doriano returns her attention to you.
It was most wise of you to bring this matter to my attention, as it is very concerning indeed. I shall coordinate with Lady Skiaspidox to ensure this dragon that escaped is hunted down before it can take root and spread its tainted seed. Sounds like Callblock might make an appearance here.
Alright.
She then points down to you as she continues.
As for yourself, twice now your feats among your mortal peers have garnered my attention, with you having now demonstrated wisdom far beyond your still very young mortal years, and displays a martial prowess that have bested veteran warriors with centuries of age and experience over you. You are a prodigy in the truest sense of the word. The wisdom of your decisive action has also shined a light on my own hesitance. Might I make a selfish request of you? And that's all it's showing here.
So what do you do, Mickey?
I of course would nod.
Did you get a fucking storm head?
What?
I was just thinking, do we get a new Storm Herald or like what?
Oh, I'm trying to find where... Alright, here we go.
There we go. Yum. Alright.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, here you go. There's more to it.
Alright, so what did Kiwi then say? Or did yours say something? I was moving shit.
I know I said a nod. I don't remember if there's anything else prepped ahead of time for this.
Yeah, but as Akifi, what do you say as Akifi? she asked you, might I make a selfie request of you?
I know I had said a keeping nods. I'm just trying to remember if there was anything planned for extra wording.
Well, no, essentially, I just had that bit. Anything beyond that, you can just read yourself because it's just small things.
Alright. Yeah, keeping nods. Very, very well, Madam Storm Queen.
Alright, the goddess then brings the hand to her chin with a look of contemplation.
Until now, I believe that my aid was best suited securing South Dishishi, as using it as a staging ground is easily the most critical step in actually going forward with the offensive against the Dishishi Empire. This foothold was to either be South Dishishi or Kibohana. However, with Lady Anaclisi at the helm of the uprising and not Lady Oleroma, it is clear that our staging ground for the offensive would not be Kibohana, especially considering the conflict in Kibohana has yet to truly begin. Lastly, I was unsure that Luan Tuhan and Julia Avatine will be up to the monumental task that lays ahead of them. Shut up, OneDrive. Sorry.
Lacking updates.
Madam Storm Queen, what is this?
Fucking godly drive.
Madam Storm Queen, what is this one drive that you speak of?
It just keeps nagging at me and it's full and I can't do anything about it. Anyway, sorry.
You're on a spell slots, Madam Dorian.
I had to make that joke though. I had to.
Anyways,
Sure you
repeat
did.
that last bit.
Especially considering the conflict in Kibohana has yet to truly begin. Lastly, I was unsure that Luan Tuhan and Julia Avatine will be up to the monumental task that lays ahead of them in both South and West Dishishi.
Darn, no crosses her arm.
With that said, I also find the Red Dragon Empire's response to Amafrey Hornraven's declaration of war concerning. It would appear that Lady Anaclisi's revealing her true nature as the Goddess of Hope has prompted a very serious response from the Empire. For it appears that Dishishi believes if they can crush this uprising, the symbolism of snuffing out the light of hope will go far in dissuading those who dares to stand against them. I fear that their assessment is correct. As for the Goddess of Hope to not prevail here, the Empire would very well come to conquer the entirety of the known world. Because if not even the Goddess of Hope could stand against the Empire, what chance would they have?
The goddess shakes her head.
This cannot be allowed to come to pass. However, to borrow a phrase from you mortals, the deck has been greatly stacked against Lady Anaclisi, and that disadvantage only continues to grow as Dishishi turns more and more of its attention to Kibohana. For they know if they fail to stop Lady Anaclisi, the symbolism that there is indeed hope to stand against them and win is something they absolutely cannot afford, to the degree that they very likely make great sacrifices in order to stop her and cast down the beacon of hope that she carries.
The Storm Queen stares off into seemingly nowhere as she continues.
Though regarding that, a very interesting and equally unexpected concomitance, there we go, by the Herald of Change and the Howling Gale to the Kibohana war effort has afforded me a unique opportunity. For the Red Dragon forces in Kibohana have been greatly impeded by this, facing the brunt of notably poor and stormy weather conditions for the better half of a month now by the mortal calendar. While this was not my doing, the mortal world associates just about everything storm-related to myself, likely due to my formal title of address of Storm Queen, and my degree of prevalence in mortal society. Regardless, there appears to be a growing concern amongst the Red Dragon forces that the unrelenting storms impeding their marches and supply chains is an omen that I, the Storm Queen, have chosen to directly stand against their holding Kibahana.
She then shakes her head.
Nay, while I am very much against the Dishishi Empire holding Kibahana, I had no intentions becoming directly involved, as I wish to ensure that everything goes smoothly in South Dishishi. Though, perhaps I should take a page in Lady Sai and Lady Torsi's book, and put my trust in Luan Tohan and Julie Aventine as well, so that I may turn my attention elsewhere. Henceforth, my request. My request.
The goddess points down to you before speaking firmly.
I can't see what comes next.
Let me grab this.
Oh, it's starting up again. Nice.
Yeah, so the goddess points down to you before speaking firmly.
I would have you champion my will and become my instrument of divine retribution, so that we may defend the beacon of hope and hold the line in Kibahana, buying those who toil in South Dishishi time to finish their work. And most of all,
Doriano dons an almost sinister smile as she continues.
to make the Red Dragon force's ill omen a self-fulfilling prophecy.
The goddess then clenches her fist, causing a booming thunderclap to resound throughout the halls of their church, as jolts of lightning crackle over her fist.
To crush their already wavering resolve, so that when they do finally reach the battlefield, they will find none other than my divine champion there, waiting for them, confirming their fears that the Storm Queen has indeed cast her die to stand against them, and foreshadow that what poor weather they faced thus far was merely the prelude, simply the calm before the storm that now crashes down on them with the unbridled might of the Storm Queen.
She then crosses her arm.
What say you, Akifi of the Storm? Will you champion my will and aid me with this task?
Kifi, what do you do?
I'm deeply humbled by this, and if it's request, and if that's how you feel I can be of the most help, then I humbly accept.
Upon your confirmation, you hear a pair of heavy footsteps approaching from the southwest.
Near beside
On.
I know.
Alright, so upon your confirmation, you hear a pair of heavy footsteps approaching from the southwest. Turning to meet them, you found a towering, almost 8-foot-tall tabaxi man. As he reaches you, he takes from his back an utterly massive, ornate war maul, with thunder and lightning symbolism all over it before holding it out to you. She's a handful, in more ways than one, but you'll get used to her.
Well, he takes it.
The man then removes from his neck a large crystal amulet with what looks to be a swirling hurricane within before handing it to you as well. Make a religion check at advantage. Plus 12. Really? Really, Aubrey?
That's unfortunate.
You recognize this amulet without... Oh, you're... The amulet that you see, you recognize as it is unmistakable. This is the Eye of Eternity, a token of proof of the Storm Queen's divine champion. The man then takes a few step backs before looking to the goddess briefly, and then returning his attention to you with a small shrug. I'm more of the cloak and dagger type, and an investigator if we are to be technical. So clandestine work is where I excel. I wouldn't be nearly as effective on an open battlefield.
Ha!
He then points at you candidly. A proper soldier and warrior is far more suited for that role than I am, so I'll be in the bleachers for this one. He then extends a hand. The name's Wandering Wind, by the way.
Not. The Kifi of the storm.
After you shake the man's hand, he gives a small nod and begins making his way south, before the Storm Queen addresses you.
Akifi of the storm, stand before me and receive my blessing.
Does so?
Ch.0 raises an arm as she begins to glow vibrantly with divine power, before the same light encompasses you, and as it does, you feel an incredible surge of power wash over you. So intense is the sensation that it feels as if you're being burned from the inside out. Though you grit your teeth and endure the pain, as you literally feel your body begin to be bolstered with divine power. After a few seconds, the sensation eases, and the light fades, and you feel light. Very light. And most of all, you feel powerful. I got some links for you.
Le champion features and such. Nice. Now you get to get a hand to play of Wonderwind. Also, I'm not nearly as effective in open combat. Tell that to freaking the poor sods that fought him in the field.
No, this is a battlefield, of like tens of thousands plus.
I mean, yeah.
There's a difference.
I mean, I guess endurance is the key element here.
Yeah, considering that Kibohana will have to pull a fucking Roman Empire, it's like, shields down, sit, and pray.
I just thought it was funny because he
this isn't my thing.
Yeah, this one, I just thought it was funny because he was murdering people while trying to get murdered.
Yeah, but it's the same argument as in Sekiro. Like, Ishin may be able to kill like 30 people, but if you throw 1,000 dudes at him, he will fucking fall.
No,
doesn't matter how strong you are.
Yeah, it's like we need a real warrior for this, because Wandering Wind's, he's not a warrior. He's an investigator that's kind of a badass.
Well, look at Order 66 in Star Wars. The Jedi is far superior to the clones in every way, but when you have a ton more clones than one Jedi...
Yeah, exactly. Like one shot's going to land, a second shot's going to land.
And I love that Sylvester and Tweety Bird Jeff.
I mean, granted, Akifi is just as fucking mortal as anyone else, but still.
Alright, go ahead and read this. Alex, 5, you read this.
Okay. The Eye of the Eternity. This item is permanently attuned to the divine champion of Duryodhana. A divine artifact crafted by the legendary goldsmith Hergran Macverden of Relgen. Macverdan, okay. Yeah, it's been a while. The Eye of the Storm Queen's Wrath, Maelstrom, the eternal hurricane, resides within this beautifully cut thunder crystal. Champion of the Queen. While displaying this amulet, the wielder has a +10 bonus to charisma checks against creatures who worship, fear, or hold in high regard the goddess Duryodhana. Divine Power. You roll all thunder and lightning damage dice at advantage. Additionally, whenever you roll dice to deal thunder and lightning damage, you may re-roll any one until the result is no longer a 1. Your saving throws gain a bonus equal to half your proficiency bonus rounded down. This object acts as both an arcane focus and a holy symbol.
Alright, and bloop, and bloop.
More stuff for you, David.
Hold on. Have you read that?
There we go. Oh my god, okay. Doriorano, War Maul of the Storm Queen, +6. This item is permanently attuned to the Divine Champion of Doriorano. 2d12 Thunder, Heavy, Reach, 5 foot reach, Reach 5 foot, Reach 5 foot, two-handed. A radiant war maul housing the ethereal essence of the goddess of thunder, Doriorano, the Storm Queen. When wielding the unbridled might of this goddess, you receive the following benefits. The following benefits, yeah. This weapon acts as both...
I grabbed the one where Scott to update this right here. Okay, now.
Sure.
I continue.
Ooh, new terms. Or new codified terms. This weapon acts as both an arcane focus and a holy symbol. Additionally, your spellcasting gains lesser spell enhancement. Will of the Storm Queen. The unbridled fury of the goddess of thunder and lightning bears down upon your foes, causing the thunder and lightning damage you deal to be unstoppable. Raging Storm. When wielding this weapon, you are always first in the initiative order, regardless of your or others' initiative rolls, and as well as superseding rolls of natural 20. Wrath of the Storm Queen. When you deal critical damage with this weapon, or with a spell that deals thunder or lightning damage, roll 1d4. Add a number of d8s equal to the leveled spell that deals thunder damage, and you can substitute that damage with lightning damage. I remember that feature was a fuckload of fun.
Oh, and you missed one. What? You missed the next line. You skipped.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, you missed half of Wrath of the Storm.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? I did. Add a number of d8s equal to the amount rolled on the d4 to the attack's damage roll. On a rolled natural 20, roll 2d4 to determine the number of d8s rolled instead.
So yeah,
I don't know.
Doriano's crits might hurt a little.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. That feature was a lot of fucking fun when I had it.
Well, this one's a bit different. This one only works on natural 20, but it does way more damage.
Yeah, it hurts a lot more.
Anyway, go on.
Imagine rolling a fucking 4 and a 4 on the 2d4.
Yeah, you fucking nat 20. Yeah, and then you get 8d8. So that's 8d8. So that's 64 damage plus another
8d8. Yeah. Plus whatever the fuck else.
Yeah, that crit gonna hurt. And it's unstoppable damage.
Yeah, so good luck. You're gonna have to be
It's a giant middle finger to whatever you just hit.
Thunder or Storm Conversion. When you cast a leveled spell that deals lightning damage, you can substitute that damage with thunder damage. Additionally, when you cast a leveled spell that deals thunder damage, you can substitute that damage type with lightning damage. Right, so the freaking shift and shuffle. Yeah. Thunder and lightning. Whenever you use your standard action to take the attack action with this weapon during your turn, you can attack twice instead of once. So instead of pop, you go boom boom, motherfucker.
Yeah, so essentially you get an extra attack.
Yep.
Wait, this hurts as a pal since I have 3 attacks already, so now this effectively doubles it based on my math.
Yeah, it'll make it 4.
Oh. Well, that still is ultra pain.
Yep. Then again,
This whole weapon is ouch pain. It's almost like it's the Storm Queen.
Yeah, almost like the fucking 3rd seed. Like she's the 4th seed now, I think.
Oh.
4th seed. Yeah,
Oh, did you want
prior
another
to
serving of
Kikori-
pain? Sorry, go on.
Prior to Kikori, she was the most powerful martial god.
Yeah.
And then right behind her was Pinafat.
I need to pick up the spell Sonic Boom with Takeshi proper now.
This weapon has a number of charges equal to your character level, regaining all charges at dawn the following day. These charges can be used as part of the following abilities. Overpower. When you make a strength saving throw or a contested strength check, you can expend 2 charges before rolling the save to automatically critically succeed the saving throw or check. Unbridled Fury. When you cast a spell that deals thunder or lightning damage and imposes either a dexterity or constitution saving throw, you can expend 1 or more charges to make the same number of affected creatures be unable to pass the saving throw. Hello, Chain Lightning.
It's like, yeah, you guys, you can't. It's like roll not to nat 1.
Yeah, you're gonna fail anyway, so...
It's like, you're gonna fail anyway, but let's see how bad you fail.
Roaring Thunder. When you cast a spell that deals thunder damage and has a radius, you can expend 1 charge to double the spell's radius, or 2 charges to triple the spell's radius. Fucking...
Yeah, destructive wave, triple range.
Fucking 60 foot... Or no, fucking... Yeah, 60 foot
Thunder
radius
wave.
fireball. Yeah, or Thunder Wave. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, Thunder Wave's gonna be like, what, 45 foot radius?
Yeah, a big fucking blast.
By the way, it technically Lightning Bolt or whatever is a radius, even if it's a line.
Also, if you're a lore
Yeah.
master, all spells can be a radius.
It extends the line, I believe, with... Well, would it or
Well,
would
it
widen
should be base, fucking, it deals base damage. And what are you pointing out at me? I have no fucking clue where that is.
Oh, Amy was referring to how Lore Master Wizards can just auto turn a spell to a different damage type.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
Yeah, but these are like base spells, you know, like the ones that normally do these damage types.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So Wandering or Lucky could never cheat the system that way, you mean?
No, because like
Gotcha.
I said, that would then apply to literally every spell that does damage.
Gotcha.
How about no? How about you cast this shit on Meteor Swarm? No.
I'm guessing it's
Surge.
just to avoid being abused.
Yeah, that's fair.
well, yeah, and so it's also thematic, so.
Oh, yeah, I
Surging-
missed one of the fucking things. And I'm not sure where I put it. But yeah, there's one that should be here that makes it so when you cast a spell that deals damage, you can make it thunder lightning damage.
Yeah.
Was that not? Oh no, it was Storm. Yeah, no, it was Storm Conversion.
Yeah, hold on. I need to add it to that. 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Added that to Storm Conversion. Anyways, go on.
Do you want me to read Storm Conversion again?
Yeah. I'll read the last line of it.
Yeah. That was not what it says. Also, when you cast a spell that deals damage, you can convert that damage to thunder or lightning damage instead. And then surging lightning. When you cast a spell that deals lightning damage, you can expend 1 charge to double the spell's range, or 2 charges to triple the spell's range. Yeah, so that's the difference between lightning bolt and fireball.
Yeah, essentially one makes the radius bigger if it's base thunder, and then the other one makes the spell's range longer if it's base lightning.
Okay. And then it's
Alright.
reach, two-handed, and heavy. Can minimum of 7 on each 12. That's disgusting.
Like, this weapon is ouch pain.
Yeah.
Now here's the Divine Champion feature. Go ahead and read that. Well, the first 2 are staple, so you can just go to the third.
Divine Champion of the Corn Chip. You cannot be magically aged and are impervious to all poisons, diseases, through thunder damage, and through lightning damage.
So, lightning and thunder can't hear you. Period.
And it can't hear you.
These effects are absolute. Additionally, you absorb thunder or lightning damage that is not true damage, and are immune to radiant and necrotic damage, and the stunned and paralyzed conditions. Also, should we codify like absorb
Yeah.
or absorption? Absorption. If your strength, constitution, and dexterity scores are less than 18, they are increased to 18. You can't be surprised while you are conscious, and your base racial movement speed before any increases is doubled. Oh my god.
So, most have 30, so you now have 60. And then you add everything on top of it.
Whee! Additionally, you gain access to the cunning action feature.
Gotta go fast.
Jeez. Oh my
Gotta
god.
go fast.
This is why Wandering Wind has so much movement speed.
Holy fuck, yeah. Let's see.
Tabaxi are funny.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like imagine if the Divine Champion of Dorano was a Tabaxi, and then I remembered right, Wandering Wind. Oh my god. There's
Basically,
probably a move for this.
Thingy movement speed before everything.
Feet,
Basically,
cunning action.
Basically becomes the bullet.
Yeah, cutting action. There's 180. Fucking Tabaxi speed. There's 320. Boom!
Basically,
No.
it becomes the fucking ball.
Imagine if he had the Muge Brigadier speed also vibes.
And
Gotta
Long
go Sonic
Strider.
Beast.
Because haste on top of that.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking god.
Like I said, there was a reason why Wandering Wind had stupid movement speed.
What, like 640 with haste? And then another fucking... No, you can't dash actually because...
Yeah.
Like...
Technically,
Oh, no, you
you're already
can't.
dashing.
You can't because fucking doubles, so...
Yeah.
640 doubled into 12...
Yeah,
80.
you're like,
And then you get a
No.
fucking... Like... Oh,
you get augment speed. You get another one.
Which, by the way,
what's
this
it up to?
trip-
2,400? No,
And then you
2,500.
get, fucking, what is that? Limit break, and just get like 9 more.
A cat runs so fast that he makes the world turn a little faster, and he accidentally time travels every person in the world.
Fucking
Oh,
Maria is
I-
somewhere like... Sorry, go on.
Akifi made this trip in a few hours because dash action while in Windstroll to get, because that's a feature of the Boogie Brigadier speed. To get
Anyways,
to this church, which would have been about a half a day away, but no, I could dash, so that's 600 feet a second, every 6 seconds.
Anyways,
this just-
go ahead and read this last one.
It's just put that to fucking shame. The essence of a divine being of unfathomable power courses through you, empowering your mortal coil above and beyond normal mortal limits. Your total experience increases by 60,000 as long as you remain the divine champion of Doriorano.
Yeah.
I lied.
Me-
There's one more. Read that one.
Oh. What?
Just read it. Go. Stop reading
What?
ahead and read.
I saw it because I was like, while you are anywhere on this material, on the material plane of Diatethys or its corresponding divine infrastructure, your total experience increases by 600,000, and your strength, constitution, and dexterity scores and maximums increase by 6.
So does that mean that we have our
Yeah,
first character to break
literally-
the level cap?
You know how literally anywhere on Diatethys is her divine, is her fucking sacred ground? Well, that applies to her champion too.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
To keep it at level 20.
This is not.
I
I'm not.
remembered that
Oh, actually, yeah. This is
from-
level 25. It sounds like.
No, it's level 20. Like I said, you'd
Oh.
need like 1.5 million plus experience.
Yeah,
to get
I
to
had no
25.
idea how much you needed. That sounded like level 40, but that
Yeah,
would
before,
be.
that'd be
in the four.
before the experience change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking of. Yeah. Good thing we changed it.
But
Oh
yeah,
my
so
God.
it used to be 400,004, but she got a bit of a buff when she got the Domain of Lightning.
Yep.
Jesus.
Brr.
Yeah, I'm like, when I saw that, like, material plane of Diatethys, I'm like, isn't that like divine? Isn't that literally like all of the fucking planet? Because
Yeah, the entire planet and its corresponding divine infrastructure. So essentially, the dreamscape, the border ethereal, Diatethys is astral sea, Diatethys is like great beyond. So pretty much, literally everywhere on Diatethys.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm like, I remember that from the Miracle fight. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this is why Wandering Wind might have been a little powerful.
Jesus. Yeah, that's that's awesome.
Alright,
could
now
set this
finish off.
HP I could set this HP to maximum now from rolled.
Yep.
258 max HP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
you might be a little thinky.
So yeah. We continue? Ba-bum.
On.
Hold on.
That movement speed is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was supposed to go on base
Here, I'll
or
fix
what.
it.
Alright, sorting out sheets, I guess.
1 second.
Oh,
1 second
okay.
has passed. Here.
Max out the dexterity at 22.
Were you not dexterous before?
It was an 18. It was like 16 or 18 before.
Like I said,
okay.
it's taken into consideration the base and then increasing it. So whatever increases on top of that are then added to.
And obviously, I'll just figure out the extra spells and what features from this later.
Keefy might be a little fat.
Uh-huh.
Well, considering that in Windstroll could just casually reach with, because dash action is a thing, 36,000 feet in a minute.
Yeah, Akifi's ability scores are kind of disgusting.
What the hell was the like speed of light again?
Alright, check that out and play. That's Akifi's ability scores.
I'm assuming. Am I in mastery with this wormhole also?
Oh my god.
Here, I'll set that to mastery then. Oh, that's a plus 32 to hit then.
I mean, do you typically use wormholes? Oh.
No, it's something that the wormhole gives.
Yeah.
It's a Dorito thing.
Yeah, naturally.
This is what happens when you give a warrior the features.
An extreme bunk.
Yeah, the Kiwi stats might be a little higher than Wandering Winds. Because he had, like, his base, like, intelligence, wisdom, etc. is really high. You know, essentially his strength and whatnot was being compensated by the weapon. Well, you take someone who doesn't need that and just add it on top of it, you get this.
I'm curious, like, actually, I'm gonna assume that the strength stat is the base strength was the same as Justice's prior, so, yeah.
Yeah. Since you both had 20. But yeah, so it'll stunk.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, Justice, I'm stronger than you now.
Hey, wanna arm wrestle?
You're gonna break the poor gal's arm.
I'll show you!
Crack!
Ah!
Anyways, we continue into the last bit.
Honestly, I could see the fucking table they're on just shattering before they finish arm wrestle.
She learns to be a barbarian.
Not breaking, shattering.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway, just do
Alright, so the Storm Queen gives you a small smile.
You are very resilient. This is a good thing, as you will need to be. Also, worry not about the situation in Gao Xiaogu, as it will be addressed. For now, let us prepare to make Fukibahana as soon as possible.
Doriana's form then begins to glow and turn white as it shrinks down into a small orb of light that enters to your wormhole. And that is where we'll end this mini session.
Alright.